Hey guys, I haven't done a watch video in a while, and I appreciate you guys when you encourage me to do these because it's something I really enjoy. But I wanted to give you an update on the collection and some of the tactical watches I've been checking out. So, no big news. I'm a big fan of tactical watches. If it's a watch at this point in my life, it's got to be tactical. Otherwise, I'm not really interested in it. I'm also interested in budget watches, or what I call budget watches, because I'm not into luxury watches like Rolexes and some Tudors that are going into the tens of thousands of dollars. All my watches are either 1300 or under, and most of them are well under that. So we'll talk about the prices, but yeah, I'm not into luxury Rolex watches. I mean, I think they're cool. I just can't afford to spend tens of thousands of dollars on watches. So I kind of have them broken up into a few sections for me. First of all, we got your Seikos, G-Shocks, of course, very big in the tactical world. The tool watches, which we will talk about, they're kind of specialty brand tool watches, and then some of your higher end tactical pieces, which tons of companies do those. Yeah, some watches I'm missing here are, Hamilton Marathon. I don't have some of those in the collection yet. Those are, getting up there to $1,000. So maybe someday I'll get one, but maybe not, because really I have everything covered here. Now, I want to talk about the Seikos. Now, the older Seikos are cooler, I will say that, but I am really impressed with all the newer Seikos they're coming out with. This is the Seiko 5 Sports Automatic GMT black dial. I did add a Prometheus strap to it because I love these Marine Nationale straps. It's just so nice to add something like this, and this is one of the most comfortable straps that I have found. It's got titanium hardware there, and of course the elastic style and the 60s style of the French Marine. So this is actually one of the best values you'll see out of any of these. I paid $274 for this Seiko, and it is an automatic movement. You do have the clear case back, which I just love. But the Seiko movements are solid. I love the auto movements. This does have like this one of Hardlex, kind of a weird rounded glass there, but I've really been getting into the GMT function in my travels. It's so nice to have the GMT hand to just quickly look and see what time it is back home. So that is a screw down case back, and this is good for 100 meters. So $274 for an automatic watch. It's got that tactical look and the GMT hand. You cannot go wrong. So yes, like I said, the older Seikos are cooler, but man, these new Seiko 5 Sports have really good movement, and they're just solid watches, and you can't beat the price. So that's the first one, and this one's a little bit newer in my collection. I haven't featured that one before. This one I have featured, and it is one of my favorites. So a lot of people don't like Luminox. I happen to love them, but this is one of their pricier pieces. It's the men's master carbon seal, 45 millimeter, so pretty large. It's got this rubber strap. It does have the see-through case back there for the automatic movement. This is an automatic analog dive watch. So this is still priced higher. I mean, these go for $1,300 right now. Coated sapphire glass. And of course, these do not have lume. They have the tritium tubes. So don't need to be hit with a light or anything. They're always glowing just a little dimmer. And it's been solid. A lot of people have complained about the tubes falling out and these things going to crap and poor customer service. I have had this for a good, 3 years or so. No problems. It's one of my favorite watches. And even their cheaper, $150 versions of some of these Luminox I have traveled with and banged around and have not had any problems. So I'm actually a big fan of Luminox. I know they're not popular with some people in the watch world, but I happen to really like them. And then we come to the G-Shocks. I have featured this one a lot. It's probably my favorite watch. It is the Casio G-Shock GWF A100C-1AJF. It's one of the Frogman series when they started coming out with the analog dial, and I simply love this watch. It is bulletproof. It is massive, so really big. I mean, we're talking 56 millimeter case here. So overbuilt, but still very comfortable. And this is one that has the metal band and not, the typical resin band that they have. But this is Bluetooth capable, so you just pair it with your phone and the app. When you get it, instantly sets itself. Tons of other functions. It does have the solar radio tower, atomic radio tower. Well, it's solar powered, which is really nice. But it will reach out to the radio towers to adjust its time, which is kind of an old school technology, but I really like it. It's a solid dive watch. I mean, this is good for 200 meters. And yeah, like I said, probably my top tactical watch right here. That being said, my most used daily user is this Frogman, and I haven't featured this one before. This is the G-Shock GWF 1000 1JF Frogman Master of G. So this is 58 millimeters, actually a little bit bigger than that. This one I paid around $475 for. This one's still holding at 800, but you can get one that is above this one that is like 800, but it's just slightly bigger and it is slightly better underwater. This is already a dive watch, so I'm not interested in getting anything better than this when it comes to a digital Frogman. But man, what a cool watch. Just for the functions, I can check the date and the time much easier with its digital. And then when I want to check my world time, I just hit that. So there's the date and the time. Then I have Bangkok's time set for there. So I'm constantly checking that. But just so many functions in this. And it is overbuilt and really big. But it's got a million functions I don't even use, keeping track of the moon and the tides and tons of memory. Calendar. It's got a nice backlight, but solar powered, just like the other Frogman. But like I said, this is the one I use the most. It's my daily user. If I'm out on the weekend doing training or filming videos, I'm usually wearing this one. But now we come to the tool watch part, and that is my two favorite tool watches besides, your basic Seiko, is Sangin Instruments and Stirling Timepieces. Now, Stirling did recently send me this Burton Arctic White, and it's part of their new Winter Warfare collection, which I really like that. Obviously, living here in Alaska, I like the Arctic winter camo themed stuff, so it goes well with some of my outfits. I had a lot of fun just out LARPing, rattle canned the AR white and went out there. It's definitely smaller, 38 millimeter profile. What's cool is the white colored face is a full luminous dial. So it's the Arctic White dial, and it's a classic field watch style, which I like. You can put a NATO strap on it, and it's similar to, the old school Hamiltons and some of the Timex Expeditions that I like. So sapphire crystal, good Swiss Ronda 715 quartz movement, 50 meter water resistant, and this is going for $283 right now. So just like the Seiko, this is probably one of the better values if you're just looking for a good user that's going to keep time and has that tactical feel. And I really like the Arctic Warfare theme. So shout out to Stirling Timepieces. I bought a couple of their watches. They've sent me a couple too. So going on to my favorite watch from Stirling is this one. And this is the Durrant. And obviously it's an all blacked out watch. So that is what I love about it. And this goes for, about $550. A lot of people will, throw shade on these companies because, oh, that's a tool watch that's worth 300 and you're selling it for 550. Yeah, it's the name brand. They put work into it. It's got a real nice DLC coating. The movement is solid. This is an NH35 automatic movement, so I really like that. No clear case back on this one, and obviously I changed the strap to a Prometheus black strap. It did come with like a black Zulu strap and one of their rubber straps, but just a really nice watch. It does have lume, but just a little bit, so it's not going to be overpowering because this is supposed to be like their blacked out tactical watch. So very cool watch, and probably one of the cooler looking in the tactical line. I really like how this is at the 4 o'clock, this screw down crown. I wish more watches would do that because it makes it more comfortable when you're wearing it. So definitely, it's hard to pick any favorite, but out of the tool watches, that's one of my favorite ones. Sangin, I had to get one of these. They are crazy overpriced on the aftermarket. So Stirling Timepieces is out of England. It's the tactical guys there, the founders in the British Army. And of course, Sangin is made by the Yanks, and it's a much smaller company. And the thing with these is they just sell out immediately. Now, I did put a Prometheus strap on there, another Marine Nationale strap. But these things, they're so hard to get. They sell within minutes of dropping. I had to get this on eBay. It's the Professional DLC GMT Midnight, and it is a quartz with, does have a GMT movement, but it does have a quartz movement, and I paid 800 bucks used for this. They go for a lot more. Some of the more popular ones can be in the thousands. So very cool watch. And like I said, it's a smaller company and they are hard to find. So I had to buy mine on the secondary market. I couldn't even get in on any of the drops to get a brand new one. So very cool company, though. I really like them. It's almost a tie between the Sangin and the Stirling timepieces. I just have more Stirling because they are easier to get. They're always in stock. Sometimes they're not, but pretty quickly they go back into stock. But this one is probably my favorite of the tool watches just because it's got that kind of Call of Duty Black Ops look that I really like. So if I had to pick one out of all of these, I'm going to have to say it would be this Frogman, though. It's hard to beat G-Shock. You can run them over with a tank, literally. They will keep ticking. This thing's probably going to run forever on its solar power. Just a huge fan of it. This one's probably more tactical because it doesn't send out any Bluetooth pings. This one came out before the next version had Bluetooth. So this does not connect to your phone. It does pick up the radio towers, but it's not sending out any signals. So technically, this may be a better tactical watch than this, but I just love this thing. So this is probably what I would pick out of all of these if I could only pick one. But like I said, just for ease of use as my daily user, this other Frogman's my second choice. So there you go. G-Shock is king. You can get a good quartz G-Shock for a couple $100. And that's what I'd probably tell people if you want to get into tactical watches, don't want to spend a lot, go with a Casio or even something like this, a Seiko. But let me know what you guys think, which ones you like, which ones you don't like. That is kind of the update. The only ones I hadn't featured before are this Seiko and this new Frogman. So I'll put out another watch video eventually, but just really enjoy them. So take care, guys. I'll see you next time.